Hey everyone, talking about Under My Skin by Francesca Bianchi. The notes in this are grapefruit, lavender, black pepper, spices, Bulgarian rose, carnation, iris butter, musk, castoreum, ambergris, leather accord, costus, tonka bean, tolu balsam, peru balsam, sandalwood, vanilla, and treemoss. So that's a lot going on, but to me, as soon as I smell this, it smells just like potpourri. It's like powdery, a little floral, but in like an old school, dried flowers type of way, not like fresh or modern sort of florals, not like white floral style or anything like that. Definitely very iris and orris-y, and that goes with the leather a little bit too to create this kind of powdery saddlebag feel almost underneath all of it. But I think that what shines the most in the beginning is definitely going to be the lavender, the spice, and kind of the rose and carnation, I would say. So those notes together are definitely more old school. This leans very mature to me. I'm going to say that I think this would smell very dated today, and I don't mean to discourage anybody from wearing it. If you like it, or if it sounds good to you, go for it. Like, yes, rock it. But just as a heads up, yeah, that this smells very old school, and not even in a way of like refined old school that has sort of a modern twist on it or something, or like green Irish tweed or something that's like old school but still very considered wearable today. No, I think this is going to go in the old school dated category. But again, so a lot of people love the scent profile, and so this still might work for you. If you like the idea of like a really rich potpourri, if you like powdery lavender, it then gets animalic at times too, especially by the dry down. It starts to become a little bit more woodsy, dark animalic, and then some vanilla sweeps in to add a sweetness there as well. So it's definitely not linear, but potpourri at the beginning, and then it kind of gets richer and develops into a more kind of like nuanced, darker scent, but sweet at the same time. So this goes for $145 for a 30 ml. No, I feel like you could get something like this for like less than $50. Again, it smells very high quality, but in terms of just this scent profile, especially because a lot of like really older fragrances you can get for pretty cheap now. Obviously not if they're like some rare vintage version or something, but yeah, I think that's extremely overpriced. And granted, maybe not in the sense of the ingredients. I'm sure it uses really high quality stuff, but if we're just going off scent, I would absolutely not recommend someone spending $145 to get a 30 mil. That's, the equivalent of almost $500 for 100 mil, and no, just no. You can get a sample of it for $7. If you like the idea of it, yeah, I definitely recommend sampling it. I do not recommend blind buying it. But for me, this is something that, one, isn't my kind of scent profile, and two, just feels too dated for me. But if I smelled it on someone else, I would not think, oh, that smells bad, or anything like that. Not by any means. For myself, it's not something I want to smell, and it wouldn't be, like, sexy on someone else either to me.